Sometime in your mind it may occur, what is this karma actually, how it is working. How many of ever you have thought about this? कभी आपने सोचा हो इस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में? नाइस, गुड, ओके, थैंक यू. So see, all of us born with lot of discrimination, right? Some of us born dark complexion, fair complexion. Someone is physically fit, some are physically unfit, handicapped, right? Some born in rich family, some born in poor family. So there are so many lives inequities are there, right? Lot of inequities. Discrimination is there. So what is the cause? How to understand this? Why life is having lot of inequities? Some we say animals, human being, then birds. So many varieties of life. Varieties, maybe two child born in the same family, but they are having different behavior, although they got the same training, right? So what is the cause? We'll understand. So let's discuss this by one example. Like let's suppose there is a cricket match, and one day you went to the ground, stadium, and you saw the score. The score is that team A 200 run, team B 0. So when you saw this, the team A is 200 and team B is 0. So how to understand now? So this is like uh, ground you are saying now the players are coming to the stadium to play, and you are saying the scoreboard is like 200 team A and team B is 0. So what is the cause? Is it by chance that team A got 200 and team B got 0? So we have to understand this. So we have a lot of inequities. So scoreboard works by chance. So naturally not by chance, because when it will work by chance, then we see there are so many things which can't be explained. Chance means all our life we are living. Someone born in the rich family, someone born in poor family. Is it by chance or what is the thing we are telling? Or it is like a scorer is biased, like the scorer who is taking care of that runs, that he is biased in the beginning and only he gave team A 200 runs and team B 0. So is scorer biased? Scorer biased means is God is biased, that God is allowing someone to take birth in the good family and someone into the poor families. Someone physically fit, someone physically unfit. So is God is biased, or whoever we call that controller is biased, or some other reason is there? So let's discuss that. So the answer is naturally neither it is happening by chance nor the scorer is biased. What is the cause? The cause is karma. Like all of us born, in the same scenario, but everyone is taking birth with the different accounts. They are having some previous different accounts, and that account is known as karma. We all are taking birth with a different amount of karma. So what is karma? So in our textbook, science textbook, class 9th, we have read about Newton's third law, right? What Newton's third law says: for every action there is equal and opposite reaction, right? So there is some reaction means there is some action. Action means reaction. This goes parallelly, right? Every action is having different equal and opposite reaction. So, and this Newton's law deal with matter, right? The physical matter around us, it deals with that. So this Newton's law is just the small subset of the universal law of the karma. Universal law of karma means this karma deals with not just matter but with the conscious being also. What we are thinking, what we are doing, even the conscious being, what living entities are doing, what the living entities is performing karma, thinking or desiring something, for that also we get karma. So this Newton's law deals only with physical, but this karma deals with all kind of activities whatever we are performing. So any activity we perform, we get the karma back. That is actually the Newton's law, and this Newton's law is just the small subset of the universal law of karma. So this is just like we can understand subset of the universal karma. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained about karma. What is karma? So Krishna says any activities performed by the living entities conditioned by the three mode under the control and purview of the time is called karma. So whatever activities the living entity is performing, that is known as karma. And whatever activities we are performing, that we are performing under the control of three modes. Three modes. So that is actually the karma Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Prakriti kriyamanane gude karmani sarvasam. Whatever activities. So let's understand how this, what are the logic behind this karma, how it works, and how literally karma is happening around us, how it is going through this universal law. So the logic behind is karma impartial, or is it like applicable to some people and it will not be applicable to some people? Some sect of people, karma will be applied on them, and other sect, they will not get karma for their activity. Is it like that? Or all of the people, and all the time they will get karma for their activity? So this is the, so we see all our nature, everything is following some laws, right? You can see all around the nature, everything they follow some laws, right? So why should human be an exception? Sun is following the law, you know trees are following some laws, everything is following. Cycle is there, day and night. So why should human be an exception? And the, this is karma is like not impartial to it, it is impartial, right? Not partial to anybody. Not like that this karma will act upon these people and it will not act upon some people. It is equal to all the people. So the thing is that we can never break God's law. This is the karma is the law given by God. Karma function, this karma is made by God, action. And we can never break God's law. We can only break ourselves against His laws. So whenever we'll try to disobey the law, what will happen? We'll get some reaction for that, bad result. It is like, see, the gravity is made by, this is a God's law, gravity. Something you will throw up, it will fall down. So let's suppose I will say, no, I don't believe gravity, and I will jump from the 7-story building. I don't believe gravity. What will happen? Whether I believe or not, it is not going to matter. What the I will get the result, disobeying the gravity. Similarly, this karma is applicable to all the people. We cannot avoid, we can't avoid it. So like somebody can say, see, there are so many activities for which we don't say like this is like karma something. So how to understand karma is there for all our activity? We, some karma we have performed, some kind of karma, कुछ तो हमने पहले किया है उसके कारण अभी आ रहा है. How to understand? So for every effect, like whatever effect we see, naturally we inquire about the cause, right? Let's suppose someone came to home with the his hand is broke, his hand is fractured. Naturally mother is going to ask how you broke your hand, like cause is there. Cause is there. Let's suppose in house some football came to your house. Naturally you'll inquire, right? Who kicked this football? Not like that football comes automatically to your home. Naturally some cause is there, somebody is there outside who kicked that football and the football enters our house, right? You understand? So there is, naturally whenever there is some effect, we will inquire about the cause. So what is that cause? That cause is karma. Effect, for every action we get equal and opposite reaction. So whatever action we are performing, we get result for that. So this is the reason, like for every effect we will get some, for every effect naturally there is some cause. So whatever we are doing now, So naturally for these there is some cause is there. Like you all are here, assembled here. So this is the effect. What is the cause? Somebody invited you, then only you are here. Not like automatically you are sleeping in the house and next moment when you woke up, you are in Chakra Hall. Not like that, right? Somebody invited you, you boarded the train or bus, rickshaw, then you are here, right? Some cause is there. And how the karma is functioning. So you see, in this world also, we have this function like reward and punishment, right? Whenever somebody perform well, we reward them, and whenever somebody didn't perform nicely, then we give punishment. So we train our subordinate by reward and punishment. In company, whenever someone perform well, they get some reward. कुछ तो reward मिलता है, और जब कुछ गड़बड़ करेगा तो punishment. Similarly, why God will not do the same, right? भगवान भी जो है कैसे, भगवान भी जो है इस तरह से क्यों नहीं? Those people who are obeying God's law, following the God's law, they will get some reward, and those who do not follow God's law, they get some, समझ रहे हैं ना? So reward and punishment. That's why sometimes we get pious result, good result, and sometimes we get bad result. अच्छे काम के लिए हमें अच्छा रिजल्ट आता है और बुरे काम के लिए रिवार्ड एंड पनिशमेंट. हम इस वर्ल्ड में भी इस चीज को देखते हैं. So why this karma is there and where this karma is? So the world we are living now is known as material world. This world is known as material world, and this world, material nature, is just a fraction of the total creation. Lord has created number, like it is a huge Brahman. This is like 100% creation of the Lord. So some fraction is this world is like just a little portion of that creation. So this world is known as material world. And the nature of this world is Dukkhalayam Asashvatam. Krishna describes about this world as Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Just like Pustakalaya, we get books, right? Pustakalaya, whenever you will go to Pustakalaya, library, what you get? Books. When you will get to Bhojanalaya, what we get? Food. Similarly, we are in Dukkhalayam. What we will get automatically? Dukkha. So whatever hard work we can make here, what we will try to make here for anything, any work, what we will get? We get automatically that Dukkha, because we are where we are trying our hard work in material world, which is named as tagged as Dukkhalayam. And Asashvatam. Asashvatam means it is temporary. It is temporary. Whereas opposite to this material world is spiritual world, which is known as Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means there where there is no misery. Kuntha means misery, problems. The place where there is no problem is called Vaikuntha. So this material world is there. Material world is there. It is full of all kinds of misery. So then, if this place is full of misery, why did Lord Krishna created this material world? The question arises like, why Lord created and tagged this as a Dukkhalayam? Dukkhalayam. So in scripture, answer is that, like we can simply think jail is there in every country they are having some kind of jail. So why jail is created by the government? Punishment. So the purpose of jail is just to give punishment or something else? Reform, yeah, correct. So the purpose of jail is not punishment but to rectify the person, so that person will get some purification there, will rectify him, to reform. Similarly, this material world is created so that the rebellious souls, they get opportunity to reform themselves. So what is that? We'll discuss now. So we can hear the story like, let's suppose some child is a small child, and the child saw her mother cooking, cooking in the kitchen. So she also asked, like, I also want this cooker, fire, everything to cook. I also want. So what mother do? Mother used to bring some uh, toys, toys, and handed that to child. And that child used to play with the toys for the long time, half an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, playing. At the end, what happens? That child feels hungry. Then again goes back to mother and asks, Mother, I am feeling hungry. Give me something. Mother says, Oh, I have given you whole cooking set only. Why are you not cooking yourself and eat that? No, no, I am feeling hungry. Right? So this is the nature. So the when the rebellious souls means those who are not following the God's law, they are sent to this material world and they rectify themselves and come back to spiritual world. That is called that's the purpose of this world, material nature. This is the thing. So that is the purpose. And how in this material world we are living our life. So from one life we are going to another life. From one life to another life. That is technically known as reincarnation. Reincarnation. That is technically known as reincarnation from one birth to second birth. And it is scientifically proven. Reincarnation is. There are people. This is scientifically studied in even foreign countries. There are so many scientists. They got that some people they have got precise memories of their last life, and they recognize their previous relationship with the peoples, like their old family members. So there are so many things by which this reincarnation is, one can prove the reincarnation, like phobia. So many people have phobia, some kind of phobia. Some people have phobia with height or fire or knife, right? So how we get that phobia? Some water phobia, right? So how that phobia is coming? So that phobia comes basically that last life, the kind of death we got, from that this phobia comes to us. Let's suppose someone died in water last life. So naturally in this life he will be afraid of water. उसको वाटर से डर लगेगा क्योंकि लास्ट लाइफ उस कैसे मरा था, उसकी मृत्यु कैसे हुई थी? पानी से. Similarly, some height phobia some people have. They can't climb to, they cannot climb to too much height. जैसे ऊपर जाते हैं घबराने लगते हैं. Just like that झूला आता था ना. So many people can't go in that, because they may have died out of falling from the height. That's why. So this how to like scientifically we can't explain why some people have phobia and some don't. So karma, this reincarnation explains this. This is the cause. Karma is the cause. Last life, reincarnation. So there are so many birthmark is there, birth defect is there. So many things one can prove, like out of body experience, out and near that experience. So many scientists have proven by so many means that reincarnation. So reincarnation means this world is not the, this world is just the station, not the destination. This is just a station. This body what we have now, this is not the destination, but it is just a station. One, you have again to leave this station, you have to go to some another station. How many stations are there like this? There are 84 lakh stations are there. 84 lakh of species are there, and we are passing from one body to another body. These are like station, small station. And some station train halt for longer period of time in junction. Similarly, some bodies are there, in which we spend lot of time. Like there are so many trees which live for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? So this world is just a station, not the destination. One has to understand. So karma, whenever we are performing karma, this karma can be divided into two parts. What is that? One is good karma and the second is bad karma. So good karma and bad karma. So whenever somebody will perform bad karma, what will happen with him? He will go to, that is like a poison, and one will go to hell for that performing that karma. Let's suppose somebody perform good karma, so what will happen? What is that? Okay, you read that. Okay, no problem. So good karma, basically everything. By performing good karma, we will get good result. But what is that good result? That good result is also like a sugar coated poison. Let's suppose I am doing poison, but that is covered with sugar. So what will happen? You taste the sugar and a little bit. Then one time that sugar will get away. Then what will get? Poison. So again, like this is like a heaven. Heaven will be. Again, your punya get over, good karma get over. Again, we have to go to hell. So like all this karma is in itself. Yeah. But again, heaven, your good karma will get over. Then again, you will go to hell. Hell, or you have to again perform activity. So this cycle will go on again and again. Cycle of karma. Again, you have to come back from the heaven. Just like, let's suppose I got visa for America. So whenever I am going to America, I can't live there permanently, right? Visa will get over, I have to come back to country again. This is like that, heaven. By performing good work, good karma, one can go to heaven. Then again, he has to come back to this world and perform again activities, this karma. So why all these things are happening? Because by nature we are not this body but the soul, right? What is going from one body to another body? Soul is going, right? And why it is going? Because the soul, by nature, this soul is searching for the love in this world. Soul is searching after love. And so for love, we need something like, let's suppose if there is no choice, then you can't, that cannot be termed as a love. Let's suppose somebody is having gun and he is putting that on the head of a girl, say I love you. So that girl frightenedly, out of fear, says, oh, say, not like this. Say with lovingly, with heart, you say, with gunpoint. You can't expect love there, right? That is forcefully. So love can't be forcefully, right? So the soul is part and parcel of God, and that's why the nature of the soul is to love someone or to get loved by someone. And for that you need choice, right? You need some choice. Let's suppose you want to give some, like, variety is required, right? Variety is required. That's why we have this free will, whether I can love the God or I can leave the God. That free will is there. So what happened? This choice is given by the Lord himself. Krishna says, Mamai Vamse Jiva Loke. This living entity, this soul is my part and parcel, and he is having that free will. Whether he can live with me or he can leave me. Right? He can love me or he can leave me. So whenever, what is the use of that choice? Like government has given us facility, right? Government has given a traffic laws, so many laws is there. He has given so many facilities. Whenever someone misutilize that, so what happens with that person? Then government puts him into jail. That is the misuse of that laws. So whenever someone misuse this free will, so what happened? He comes to this material world. That sign is wrong there. He comes to material world. So in material world, he again get an opportunity to reform himself. And after reforming, he again goes where he understand my free will is not to leave the God but to love the God. And again he goes back to God. So the purpose of karma is not the punishment but to rectify. We have to understand. This is the purpose of karma. So now let us understand something doubt about the karma. Karma. Like, okay, somebody is performing nice, doing some good karma. Still we see na, he is getting bad result in his life. Some people perform nice, but he gets bad result. So let's understand that. Why do good people, bad people flourish? And this is the basic doubt we have. So yes, right. So many there are what we call mafias are there. They are flourishing. Or but so many people who are doing corruption, they are flourishing. Why it is happening? So karma, law of karma explain that it is not like that. Whatever activity you are performing, will get result for that. But it is not like now I perform some action, so I will get the reaction immediately. It is not like that. That reaction may take some time. Karma is like karma is like whatever action you are performing, and it is getting stored. And when time will come, we'll get reaction for that. It is just like grains. Let's suppose big in village, these farmers, what they do, they keep the grains in the big like silos, or what we call that, silos like hmm, boxes. Let's say boxes, big boxes, trunk. And down the trunk there is one uh, that place is there from where you will get the grains. From the big trunk is there, from above you are putting the grains, and the downside you are getting the grains. So let's suppose you are doing good karma, bad karma, like that you are putting into the box. Similarly, that silo is there, that the big container is there. The farmer used to keep, like, let's suppose from the last 5 years he has kept some grain in there. This year also he put some grain there. But whenever he is taking some grain, from where he is taking? From the downside. So let's suppose this year he put some good quality grain in that container. But when he is taking out some grain, which grain he will get? That previous year's grain, right? Previous year. So he may ask, अरे इस साल तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ था मेरा, लेकिन इतना गंदा कहाँ से निकल गया, मैंने तो अच्छा वाला डाला था. So what is that? Because previous year he has got that kind of grain, so he is getting that grain this year, and coming year he will get the good quality grains. So this how the karma function. So whatever karma we have performed, we are getting result for that, and automatically the good people, the bad people, whatever they are performing bad action, naturally they will get reaction for that today or tomorrow. Similarly, good people, they may be not, they are performing good action now, but maybe they may be suffering in present condition because of their previous bad karma. Just like we can see this in our life also. Let's suppose fire is there. Whenever you are putting your finger into the fire, what will happen? Our finger burns, right? We get that immediate reaction, right? As soon as I put my finger, I get the reaction, burning sensation, right? So this is the layer. Let's suppose some delay reaction. Let's suppose yesterday night you ate 5 6 ice cream packet. So although while eating you feel the happiness, and next morning what will happen? Next morning you are feeling your voice is choked up. So this reaction is not immediate reaction. This morning I am getting the reaction of eating ice cream yesterday night. Although while eating I am feeling happiness. Oh wow, so much good, nice ice cream. But I am getting reaction for that next morning, right? So let's suppose one patient went to doctor, and doctor diagnosed that, "Arey, you got cancer." And doctor will ask, "Hey, from how long you are smoking?" And he will say, "Oh, I am smoking from last 30 years." Oh, so this is reaction of last 30 years. He didn't got that the result of smoking. He didn't get that immediately. He got that reaction after 30 years. 30 है. So some we cannot escape ourselves from the karma. Somehow or other karma will follow us back. Karma will follow us back. So the next question rise is like, why to suffer now for the action of the previous life? Like, okay, I have performed something in my last life, why to suffer now then? Why to suffer? Why I am born in poor family this time? Why I am not getting good education in this life? Or why my hand is not good? I got this handicapped. Why born like handicapped? So many things like, so why to suffer now for the action of our previous? So this can be explained by one story from Mahabharata. So Mahabharata, there is a king called Dhritarashtra. How many have heard this name, Dhritarashtra? So Dhritarashtra was having 100 sons, and all of his sons died in battle of Kurukshetra. So after the battle, Dhritarashtra, when he met Lord Krishna, he asked him, Krishna, why all of my sons died in this battle? Why not a single son was alive? He asked this. So Krishna said, oh, so 50 lifetime ago you are a hunter. 50 lifetime. And that time while hunting, you killed 100 birdlets. You are killing for the bird, but bird was not there, so you shoot it, and 100 birdlets were died, and their mother and father were seeing this helpless condition. So because of killing that 100 birdlets, you have you are having this reaction now. Killing in front of your eyes, your 100 sons are dying, were died. So 50 Dhritarashtra, then why after 50 lifetime? Why not in that life or next life, something like that? So Krishna says, see, to get 100 sons, you performed punya, good work for the 50 lifetime. So because getting a son is not an ordinary thing, for that we have to perform some punya. So for the 50 lifetime you performed some punya, and now in this life you got 100 son, and that 100 son died because of the action you performed in 50 lifetime back. So that's why we get our reaction maybe in this life, next life, or maybe after 100 lifetime. So this is the thing. So that's why in scripture it is said it is very difficult to understand what this action is, what this karma is. That's why it says Gahana Karmano Gati. It is very difficult to understand. Intrinsic of actions are very hard to understand. How this karma is functioning. How this karma is functioning. It is very difficult to understand. That's why it is said in Bhagavad Gita. Like karmani hi apobodhyapyam bodhyam cha vikarmana akarmanasya bodhyapyam gahana karmano gati. So we have to understand this properly. Like whatever result we are getting in this life, that may be the result of our previous life, and maybe whatever you are performing now, the result you may get that after 100 lifetime, also after some lifetime. So this is the thing. So now let us discuss something about the misconception about the karma. We have a lot of people have misconception, like so many misconception. So the first let's suppose all these are the misconception we have. The first misconception is work. क्या कर्म ही पूजा है? लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव दिस डाउट, राइट? कर्म ही क्या पूजा है? आप में से कितने लोगों को लगता है कर्म ही पूजा है? कहाँ से सीखा हमने ये? फ्रॉम वेयर वी गॉट दिस कर्म ही पूजा है? फ्रॉम दैट ब्रिटिश. सो यू से लाइक ट्रक ना, ट्रक के पीछे लिखा होता है क्या? कर्म ही पूजा है. और उस बहाने वो ट्रक को दारू पीकर बढ़िया कर्म ही पूजा है. So this is the very big conception here. Like, और आप देखो how this कर्म कैन बी कॉल्ड पूजा। हमारा कर्म होता भी कैसे है? सुबह उठते हैं, जल्दी जल्दी में नहाते हैं, है ना, अरे लेट हो गया, जल्दी 9 बजे पहुंचना है ऑफिस, जल्दी जल्दी नहाते हैं फटाफट, कर्म ही पूजा है, नहाओ जल्दी से। देन ईट सम ब्रेकफास्ट, चलते फिरते ब्रेकफास्ट यू आर टेकिंग, देन कैसे तैसे करके यू आर बोर्डिंग द ट्रेन और बस, समथिंग लाइक ट्रेन बस में, कर्म ही पूजा है, चलो कर्म ही पूजा है, चलो कर्म ही पूजा, अरे छूट गया तुम्हारा तो पूजा गया आज, करते उनको निकला, नॉट कर्म पूजा। देन ऑफिस, ऑफिस में क्या, फिर लड़ाई झगड़ा हुआ, किसी कलीग के साथ लड़ाई, बॉस के साथ लड़ाई, फिर वापस आ रहा है, आते समय बस में दो लोग के साथ फिर डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, अरे क्या ऐसा मगजमारी आज हुआ। मैंने वापस घर आया, घर आया क्या किया, थोड़ा लेटा सोफा में, अपना जूता उता निकाल के टीवी का रिमोट लिया और ऑन किया टीवी, चैनल बदल रहा है, ढंग का चैनल नहीं है आजकल, बताओ कैसा कर्म है ये, कैसा पूजा चल रहा है। फिर उसके बाद खाया, और फिर अब बीच में अगर बच्चा आ गया तो बच्चे को संभालो, इतना थका हारा आता हूँ मैं, तुमको समझ नहीं आता है क्या बच्चे को, तो क्या मैंने अकेले पैदा किया क्या इसको, दोनों की ड्यूटी है, दोनों के लिए पूजा है। सो वी थिंक दिस कर्म इज पूजा, so this is a misconception, है ना, और ट्रैक के पीछे लिखा रहता है, और दैट्स व्हाई पीपल परफॉर्म सो मेनी, अदरवाइज आतंकवादी के लिए उसका कर्म पूजा है, then he is doing well then, or literally they do ना, they think that is पूजा, और बलि चढ़ा देते हैं आपकी। So this is the thing, right? So karma is not puja. So what kind of karma is puja? Only karma which are in related to God, in relation with God, that is called puja. That is it. Second misconception we hear is that do good karma and bad karma cancel each other. So how many of you think that अच्छा कर्म करो, बुरा कर्म किया मैंने, अब अच्छा कर्म करो, दोनों आपस में क्या होगा, प्लस माइनस जीरो। दो को मर्डर किया, अरे चलो दो को खाना खिला दो आज, ओके, तो प्लस 2 माइनस 2, so how many of you think that they cancel each other? No, they don't cancel each other. They don't cancel each other. Rather, to cancel that, we need to perform अकर्मा। जैसे प्रसन्नता का उल्टा क्या होता है, अप्रसन्नता, अप्रसन्नता, है ना। वैसे कर्म को कैसे कटेगा, अकर्म से। What is that we will discuss. The third misconception, does God has to follow law of karma? जैसे कई बार क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, अरे when Krishna came to this world he also did रास लीला, और उसने भी तो किया था ना रास लीला, और क्या किया, what other activities Krishna performed from that, माखन चोरी, भगवान ने भी तो चोरी किया, तो हम भी तो, भगवान ने माखन चुराया, हम बैंक में डकैती करेंगे। So does God has to follow the law of karma? No, from God karma is not a, it is like, let's suppose the traffic rules are made for the vehicles running on the road, not for the flight. A flight आ रहा है बोइंग इधर से इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट, अरे वो ट्रैफिक लग गया, रुको ट्रैफिक, अभी ट्रैफिक, अच्छा सिग्नल हो गया, ग्रीन हो गया, चलो, not like that ना, that flight is not applicable, that flight do not is not get disturbed by all this traffic laws in the ground, right? So this traffic niyam is like for the these vehicles running on the road, not applicable for the flight. Similarly, God is the lawmaker, right? Lawmaker, he is not subjected to follow all these karma. So all this theory do not apply on God. So whatever God do, he will not get reaction for that. Like कुछ लोग हैं जो बोलते हैं अरे भगवान ने रासलीला किया, पता है उसके लिए अभी भगवान जो है नरक में होंगे। There are so many people they say like that. नरक किसने बनाया, अरे उसने ही तो बनाया है, फिर वो क्यों, उनके इच्छा नहीं है ना। So like whenever Krishna is coming, Lord is coming to this world, so that is like a prime minister going to the jail, Let's suppose some prime minister goes jail. He is going to the jail, and some criminal says, "अरे मैं तो जानता था एक दिन ये भी आएगा यहाँ पर, मुझे पता था, चार पक्का 400 भी कुछ तो इसने किया." No, not like prime minister is coming to the jail just to observe something, or even by the mercy of the prime minister, he may free someone from the jail. अगर उसने बोला कि अच्छा ये कितने दिन से है, इतने दिन, अच्छा है जेल में, बढ़िया है, छोड़ दे इसको, right? So similarly, Krishna, whenever he is coming, we may think he is also one of us, but he is not like us. So God, for the God, there is no need to follow the law of karma. And next one is, can astrology change karma? So एस्ट्रोलॉजी नहीं, कई लोग जाते हैं एस्ट्रोलॉजी के पर, एस्ट्रोलॉजर, हाँ थोड़ा हाँ, अच्छा ऐसा है, नौकरी कब लग रहे हैं, 7:30 ही है, अच्छा है ना, शादी कब होगा, एस्ट्रोलॉजी. सो कैन एस्ट्रोलॉजी चेंज कर्मा? नो, it cannot change karma, but what astrology can do then, by astrology we can only read our karma, like about our, we can predict the future, but we cannot change the future. But so many times we will say astrologer give some solution also, जो शनि जी को तेल चढ़ाओ क्या होगा, हो जाएगा. So what is that? So that is that, by that we can postpone our karma. ना अभी नहीं आएगा, कब आएगा, बाद में आएगा, but that will come, और जब आएगा तो बड़े वो से आएगा, है ना. So by astrology we can't change. This is like a PDF file, है ना, PDF फाइल को आप चेंज पढ़ सकते हो लेकिन चेंज. So by astrology we can read our karma, but we can't change it. We can't change it. So we have to understand this. These are the misconceptions. So what is the solution to get out of this karma? How to get out from this good karma, bad karma? What is the solution? Solution is, what is the solution? Solution is to perform akarma. Akarma means activities which are in relation with God. That is called devotional service. That is the only solution. By that we can get out of this karma. Like let's suppose some ministry is there, है ना, lawmaker. So you go to the lawmaker and you also join them. Automatically you will come out of the laws. Similarly, you join the party of Krishna, you will get out of the karma. By surrendering to the Lord, we can get out of this karma. Just like one story I will tell. Like one time, what happened? One boy was having some rose flower, and he was taking that to her, his girlfriend. But on the way, what happened? Automatically rain started, and all his flowers get wet and destroyed. So he threw that, and he said, "Om Govindaya Namaha. Oh Lord, it is for you. You take." As soon as that falls, okay. Then he died. He went to Yamaraj. Yamaraj opened his book account and said, "Okay, what is that?" "Oh, he has performed so many bad activities." "Are say any good activity he has did?" "I have one activity, one good activity." "What is that?" "Once he had said Om Govindaya Namaha." He offered some flower, rotten flower to God. Okay. So what is the result for that? He says, okay. So for 30 days you can go to heaven. Then for coming 60 years we have to suffer into hell. So Yamraj asks, okay, what do you want first? Hell or heaven? वैसे भी नरक में तो रहना ही है पूरी जिंदगी अब. Let's enjoy for 30 days in heaven. Then he is sent to heaven. And then he started thinking, अरे एक बार मैंने ओम गोविंदाय नमः बोला फ्लावर फेंकते हुए, क्या हुआ, 30 दिन के लिए मुझे हेवन आ गया, है ना, 30 दिन के लिए. ओम गोविंदाय नमः इज लाइक नॉट गुड कर्मा और बैड कर्मा, है ना, जैसे अकर्मा, कर्म इज रिलेटेड टू गॉड. सो ही सेड अभी 30 दिन. तो व्हाट ही डिड, पूरा इंद्रलोक में, है ना, हेवन में गया, तो उसने जितने गार्डन थे, जितने भी फ्लावर थे गार्डन्स में, सारे फ्लावर को जाने ओम गोविंदाय नमः, ओम गोविंदाय नमः, ओम गोविंद फॉर द कंटिन्यूअसली 30 days. Then again he is brought back to यमराज. ओके चलो भेजो इसको वापस नरक में भेजो. चंद्रगुप्त सर उसका तो पूरा अकाउंट चेंज हो गया है, अकाउंट बदल गया है. अच्छा, he has got so many now good karma now because he performed akarma. Akarma means things which are related to God. Then Yamaraj told, okay, what do you want now? Okay, now then he understood this karma and he said, okay, now I want to do some bhakti, surrendering to the Lord, because he was seeing the hell nearby ना, कैसे लोगों को वहाँ पर नहीं मुझे जाना है वापस भेजो. Then he got the opportunity to understand devotional service. Then he performed devotional service. By performing devotional service, all his good and bad, both karma, both karma got destroyed. So by surrendering to the Lord, one can give up all kinds of this bad or good karma by taking the prasadam which is offered to God. So we should also aspire to do this akarma. We should take this whatever Krishna yad karosh yad nasi yad johosi tadasi yad tapasasi kaunteya tat kurusa madarpanam. He says by Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you are giving some donation or whatever austerity you are doing, tapasya, do everything as an offering to me. By that you will overcome all kind of reaction. So that is the all like karma explained in Bhagavad Gita. So what we discussed is first we understood that how karma is working. Then we saw some logic behind the karma. Then we understood some doubts people have about the karma. Then misconception, and this is the solution to get out of the karma and why this material world is created. How we can get out of this material world. So thank you very much. If we have any questions, we can discuss. Otherwise, we will have Kirtana. Hare Krishna. Anybody have any question? Okay, so you can be seated. You can ask question. Then we will have drama. Yes, bro.
What is Dushkarma?
Dushkarma is bad karma. Bad karma. Yes.
And what we call good karma?
Sakarma. Good karma is called sakarma. Yes. Loudly. Please give him mic. Please.